And I do hope you will enjoy some storytelling with a positive ending because the positive ending during these days is necessary. But as most of the stories, this one starts with a big complication. We need to go back 2 years and 4 months ago when I was flying back to Italy after spending 2 months in Cuba thanks to a scholarship. And during that flight I was super excited. I was thinking, oh, I have so many stories to share, I have so many videos to edit, life is gonna be great, my YouTube channel will grow. Hello. And you couldn't imagine how much happy I was. I was going back to Italy in shape after spending 2 months in Cuba, training every day, playing basketball, eating just the right quantity of food because the food was so shitty. And well, at the moment I landed, I knew there was something wrong. In Italy we would say, I felt it in the air. And when my brother and his girlfriend picked me up from the airport and brought me on the highway, they told me, we need to tell you something. And usually you can guess by the tone what kind of sentence people are going to tell you. And the tone wasn't good. It wasn't like, oh, we are going to get married, this is a super exciting news. It was like, we need to tell you something and it is something wrong. While in Cuba, the only news I was getting is that everything was okay, everything was great, the family shop was doing okay, and well, there is also a beautiful painting over here. Anyway, everything seemed normal, but when I got back, well, hello, my life changed forever. I'm walking through the vendors because otherwise, if I would have shot this video at home, it would have seemed like a very sad video. But somehow, as I told you, there is a happy ending. Not the happy ending you dirty people think, but the happy ending is what is happening nowadays, despite the lockdown. And these guys over there, they were suggesting me to wear the mask, and I was like, I'm staying far away. Don't worry, I will stay like 5 meters away, just the right amount of distance. So I remember entering my house in Rome, and well, they were waiting for me. This big news was that my father was sick, and it was incredible because as soon as I entered the house, I saw his eyes, and I don't know if you have ever seen a man so scared to death. And that's what his eyes, they were telling me. He looked so scared, like he had no chance in life, like he had no opportunity to survive, and like by living he was condemning us to the worst life ever. And wait, I need to make people, I will wear the mask. I remember one guy on the Joe Rogan podcast, and this guy was describing the moment as a soldier when he had to kill an Iraqi soldier. He was so much able to describe the moment where he was able to kill this person, and in that moment he saw the fearful eyes of this person, and the description was fitting so perfect to the description of my father at the time. And I saw this podcast only a few months ago, and guys, if you have never seen a person scared to death, it's almost impossible to imagine it. Like, the eyes they were telling everything, and in that moment I knew that he decided to lose it. In that moment I knew that he gave up on life. I knew he was sick, but there are some diseases that is very hard to recover from, and that is very, very hard to... It was December, and December is the best moment for the family shop. Actually, it's the only moment where we make money during the year, and December is the moment where all the money we make are saved so that we can live for the next year. And it was the worst moment to lose the art of the shop. He didn't die that day, he didn't die that month, but we totally had to change the family to make the shop work at its, let's say, full potential. But it wasn't full. Like, when you lose the soul of the place, the customers will not be as interested as before. They will feel some empathy, and that's it. Maybe. Anyway, this is not the story of the shop. In the following 4 months, the situation was getting crazier day after day. Practically, my mother had to become the accountant of the shop. My brother had to become the guy that goes and buys all the clothes and makes the selection. And I had to become the guy that every morning at 6 a.m. brings my father to the other side of Rome to go to the hospital. And it was taking us 2 hours to get there because we found the best doctor we could afford, and it was in the other side of the city, and there was no other option. Or the other side of the city, or it felt like we were condemned or condemned. In the few moments where my father had a clear mind, he always felt like he was hurting us, and he didn't want me to waste the time to go to the hospital with him, to bring him there. He just wanted to stay at home, lay on the couch, not even the bed, and that's it. He was laying on the couch because by such a weird coincidence, when he got sick, he also fell down and broke his, how do you call them? The costole in Italiano. So he couldn't lay on the bed, he couldn't sleep, and not sleeping causes a huge trouble to the human mind, and it brings huge consequences, really huge consequences. And today, 2nd of April, 2 years ago, that's exactly when he died. So well, that's the type of video I'm shooting today, and he leaving us somehow, let's say, caused a huge trouble to our family. Practically all the jobs that we were doing in 3, he was able to do them by himself. It is incredible, guys, how much influence can have a person on your life how much hard working can this person put in just to make his whole family eat. And we are four brothers, one mom and son. If we didn't work to work, he was able to actually sustain the family by himself. It was unbelievable. Like, the job he did for so many years, probably that's the stress he accumulated, the fact that in Italy, living inside a building with your family, it's also probably a curse. You're not going to decide your own future. He probably decided that the future that the grandpa had for him. And that sucks. And you know what? Probably because he was forced into that future. Probably that's why he always left me the freedom to choose what to do with my life, because he always knew. And I've been working in that shop since I was like 8-10 years old, doing the packages during Christmas. He always knew that I didn't want that job. He knew that I was doing that just for the paycheck, and he didn't care. You know? One of the few things I miss is not having the suggestions. Like, if you need to ask something, like, who do you ask it for? Who do you ask it to? I never chatted with my father a lot. It wasn't his character, it wasn't my character, but he was very resourceful, and he had the right answer. Like, for example, I wanted to open a piadineria in Poland. It was going to be a stupid move. He told me, if you want to open a shop, let's first open a pizzeria, because pizzeria is very known. You should learn how to make pizzas, and then only then, when you have customers, you can open a pizzeria and a piadineria. Sorry, and he was completely right. Like, this is one of the suggestions I may miss today, but anyway. So, what happened after? Practically, following his death, I had maybe, I don't know, I think I had like 300 subs on the channel. I wasn't publishing much, and I was getting crazy. I was getting depressed too. Like, I hated to be there. Like, I hate every moment in the family shop, even if the customers, they do love me. But I was worried that I was going to lose my smile, my natural smile, and this has a huge impact for me, because by character, it's very hard for me to do a job that I do not love. And I do hope I'm recording this video. Yeah, I'm still recording it. And every time I force myself into something that doesn't suit me, the results are some of the following. Like, after his death, I got back to Italy that I had 93 kilos, and a few months ago I was at 117 kilos. Imagine what a difference. 24 kilos more since I got from Cuba. 2 years and 4 months ago, and I got like 23 kilos more. Now, since I got here in Thailand, I'm losing all that weight. I'm experiencing all that freedom, and you know what? That's how YouTube helps me, and that's why I smile a lot, because in March I understood one thing, that YouTube was going to be my happiness. And in March I had 500 subscribers, not March this year, sorry, March last year. And I was like, this is the only escape, this is the only possibility I've got, because my books, when I was an author, they didn't sell so well. My screenwriting scholarship was kind of useless, both in Italy and in Cuba. And I always thought that I was a good storyteller, and therefore I was able to tell stories here on YouTube. I had a good eye for photography, not in this video, I'm not applying any photography right now. And I was like, YouTube totally fits me, that's how I enjoy passing my free time, when I'm not with friends, when I'm not playing basketball, when I'm not reading books. That's what I do the whole time. I watch YouTube videos and I feel like I can really do them. So in March last year I decided to take YouTube seriously, and I was like, I'm gonna start publishing 1 video per week. Then by June I was like, no, I'm gonna publish 2 videos per week. And by August or July I was like, no, I'm gonna publish 3 videos per week. And the more I was publishing, the more I saw the results. That's the beautiful thing about YouTube. You actually see the results. You see the numbers growing month after month. Yes. Italy. So where I was, guys. All the people scared by Italy. Anyway, getting serious into your passion, it can only provide happiness. And I prefer to be unsuccessful in something that I love instead of being successful in something that I hate. But I would prefer to be successful also in the thing that I love, if you're understanding me. Therefore subscribe right now and give a like and comment to this video. Anyway, YouTube gave me the hope, gave me huge opportunities, and gave me the possibility to meet friends like Alex and Julia that right now they are hosting me. Gave me the possibility to cover partial of my travel expenses in Europe, and hopefully it will give me the possibility to transform this fun thing into a full-time job, because I'm putting 30 hours per week into it, at least 30 hours, plus all the thought process that is not very countable. You may be thinking about 1 video the whole day, or you may be thinking about 1 video the whole month. You never know how much time you're gonna spend doing something like that. But the results, you subscribing, you commenting, they are always the greatest satisfaction. And the happiness that provides me sharing stories with you, it is unmatchable. Like, no money can provide you an audience, a lovely audience that will respect your job, that will appreciate what you do. No money can actually provide you happiness, and I truly believe so. Money, they help to make things easier, and that's why I should make money too. And that's why I do hope that the channel will make money, and that's why I'm so grateful for the donations and so on, because of course they are necessary, they are important. But even if I'm not making money today, even if this channel is not working and so on, I do think that investing in happiness is the key. Investing in what makes you happy is the key. Investing in yourself is the key. Getting in shape is the key to many other things. making money through your passion, it's like winning the lotto. And by the way, I never wanted to win the lotto. I never aimed to win the lotto. I was always like, what's the satisfaction by winning the lotto? I have to make this money myself. I have to make it by myself. And I do hope that you're feeling the same way. I do hope that because you are following my channel, you will find a way that will bring you toward your happiness. Because nowadays, even if Bangkok is in a partial lockdown, even if this partial lockdown will become a full lockdown, I'm here and I'm happy to be here and I'm happy to create this content. Well, I do hope this wasn't a sad video. Yeah, probably it was, but what can I tell you? I'm very open with you guys. I really do hope you will appreciate it. And as always, we should end it saying thank you so much for watching. Keep reading and believing in dreams. Ciao. Do something for yourself today. And I do believe if you're happy, internally happy, you can also help others become happy. Ciao, buona serata. By the way guys, I want to add one thing. My reason to make money is very, very simple. Practically, I do want to help my mother. I don't think the family shop will survive another 12 years until she will get the pension. It's crazy that she needs to work so much at this age after making 4 childs and 4 big childs. And you know, it's after suffering this trauma and so on. I do not want her to work so much. I want her to be happy too. And my current goal on YouTube will be like making 1 million views per month. That will translate into $3,000 per month, and I'd give her like 1,000 per month, and with the 2,000 remaining, well, I have to pay taxes, and I have to buy myself the freedom to travel as much as possible and to create as much content as possible.